What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. This video might be unexpected for some of you that have been watching the Electron Portfolio app series for a little while. At the end of the last episode, I said it was going to be the last one, but I just felt like I was leaving a lot of things out that like we just did, basic login, a small REST API in the back end, and that's really all we did. So I kind of want to go over developing like a better API, just adding in more features in general as well. I'd also like to pose an idea for you guys. So for each of these videos going forward, I kind of want to see you guys comment something you want to see added to the application. This can be like components, just pretty much anything that like say you guys want to see another developer take an approach on, or something you just want to see as far as like React goes. Go ahead and leave that in the comments below, and then I can go through how I would set all of it up, and then assisting you guys with reading set documentation that you possibly looking at, and then gaining better understandings of libraries you're working with. I just want this to like transition more into like a large mosh pit of ideas that you guys want to have. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right into this video. For this video, I do want to create a basic side nav that we can add pages onto for each of the videos we make on this app. Um, for ideas that are similar, we'll probably want to add like a menu component as well, so we can group things together. Um, that is what we'll be doing in today's video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started doing that. Let's go ahead and create a component folder over here called side nav. This is where all of our stuff will be housed. Let's go ahead and create an index.tsx file, and let's create a side nav.less file here. And then let's import React, obviously. Import React from React, and then we'll go ahead and import that side nav here. Nav.less. Okay, so we can go ahead and import that. So let's go ahead and create a function, call this side nav. And then let's go ahead also and create a possible like an object here. Let's do constant, let's do side nav items. If I can type, man. Let's make this an array. And this will be an array of objects. Let's just do key. We'll do a page undefined. We'll kind of define some pages or a page structure here. And then let's do icon possibly. We'll leave that as a string as well. And then we'll just copy and paste a couple of these so we can have a couple of them. So let's do home. Then let's go ahead and we'll just do like animations or something, I don't know. And then components. And then let's create a page object for this. We'll just go in with these here. Let's do home. We'll do animations equals animations, and then let's do, so for pages normally I don't let these index to numbers. Normally index them to like actual values, that way say if you're creating a production app and things change, and you change like the location of one, you won't break everything. Enums in TypeScript are kind of weird with how they work, so we just tend to gravitate towards defining their values here, so we always know what their values are going to be. And then let's do components. So we already have this. So that means our navigation state's already set up. We don't have to do any of that. So we just need to basically import our use dispatch as well as use selector. That way we can get the current page and then set current page. So let's do const current page equals use selector get current page. And let's do constant set current, do set, yeah, current page equals, we'll have to create a dispatch object, create a dispatch, equals use dispatch. And then we can just do like set current or just dispatch, my bad. Set active page. Okay, there we go. That's fine. And then let's just do a thing here. Lambda, we'll take in a page. And we'll just take in pages. And let's just pass page. Okay, cool. All right, so page here, we can do pages dot home. Here we can do pages dot animations. Here we can do pages dot components. And then icon, obviously we'll use FontAwesome icons here. I don't think I've set up FontAwesome yet, but we can do that too. Can add the boilerplate for that. Let's add a function called const render side nav item. And let's just do, we'll create an interface up here actually. Side nav item. And then we'll take a key, string, pages, and then we'll do an icon as a string as well. And then we'll type this guy as an I side nav. It should be prefixed with I, sorry. We'll prefix it, or we'll type this as an I side nav item. String page, something. There we go. And then we'll just do item, I side nav item. And there we go. Now when we do return here, we can do div class name side tag nav, stick with the standard name, and then we can just do object, or sorry, side nav items dot map, and then we can just pass in render side nav item here. Perfect. I think we have to. Didn't have to. It's just because this doesn't have any text in it, so let's just add in a JSX tag, class name equals item, call it, and now we should have. So what we want to do is we'll probably want to destructure our item. Key icon page equals item. Pull those out. We can do constant handle side nav. Oh, actually, let's just not do that. What we'll do instead is tab this down, tab that down, and we'll do an on click here. Obviously, want to open this expression up so we don't need the event, and then we just do set current page to the page, and then we define key equal to key. And then icon obviously would go here, but we need to get FontAwesome set up. So we need to get that pulled up here. Okay. So we're gonna have to add a couple of things. We need to add some dependencies for FontAwesome here. We'll add their SVG core icon, and then we'll also take their regular icons. I'm not gonna do these solid ones because don't need those right now. We also need to install the React component so we can do various things with that. And let's import as well the icon from for SVG core, I think, / import macro, let's say. There we go. And then what we'll want to do is we will want to do FontAwesome icon, and then we'll want to say icon equals, and then we'll call that macro that we just did. That. Then we'll just rename these to icon name. That, there we go. And then we just want to do name, icon, I have to this name as, I think this is like, yeah, as, and then we can just do that. Okay, cool. So now we have this, and now we just have to set up the less styles for this, and then also render it in our app. So, what we can also do is create a class name. So what we'll do is we'll do composite class equals, we'll give it an array. We'll toss item in here. Then we'll say current page equal to page, and then we'll just use selected, and then nothing after that. And then here we'll just do composite class. This actually has to be merged with the dot join. Go. That's done. Okay. So that's basically all the code we'll really need for this at this point. So now we just need to actually add in the styles. So yeah, let's go ahead and go here. We'll do dot side tech nav, and then inside we'll do dot item, and then we'll do reference dot selected. Cool. So obviously our side nav, we are going to want to have the we're gonna want to set a width because we want to make sure that our side nav stays at a constant width. We don't want it to like grow and shrink with the page or like with the application. And then we'll do 100% of its parent container. We'll give it that height. And then items, we'll set a width of 85 pixels. We probably want them to be square, so we'll do a height of 85 pixels as well. And then we'll display collects them, and then we will align items and justify items. And then let's go down, and we'll justify content center. And then we need to find a color. Probably just gonna toss in like white or something. For selected, we'll just set our background color to like red for now, and then we'll obviously figure out some other colors for those later. Probably want to find a background color for this. Okay, so I went ahead and found 3 colors here. We did 39, 39, 39, EA, EA, 2F, 2F, 2F. These are just things I tossed into a color shade picker for the base color of the application and just kind of made shades off of those. So these are the items we went with. So I'm gonna go ahead and do npm run dev down here just to see what this looks like in the actual application. So let's go ahead and actually add this into the application. So pretty simple thing here. We just go to main page. We don't need to add any custom logic for this. We will just basically do return side nav. And let's just do components side nav. And then we should be able to, then we should see it pop up. We have an error. What might that be? Did not resolve Babel plugin macros. Oh, because we're not using plugin macros. Oh boy. Alright, give me 1 second to fix this. I'll update you guys to fix. Okay, so I went ahead and updated a couple small things just to make it a little bit easier to work with this. Instead of using Babel and Babel macros, I ended up just changing the macro to import 3 icons here. So go ahead and update your code. I also added this package, the solid. I know before we did regular, but we're going to be using solid here just because there's more free icons in the solid version than there are in the regular version, and I think that can help you guys out a little bit there as well. We also, with that change, need to change this to icon definition. We can get rid of icon name there. We don't need that. And then we change the icons and we just do FA house, FA play, FA folder for those. go ahead and take those down as well. And then for this part, we just do FontAwesome icon equals icon. As you can see, this is already simpler, and we will be greeted with this change once we actually go over to our application. So then once we have all of that done, we are then greeted with this window, and we do have a little side nav over here. So we can go ahead and like click these, they should change. If we were to go into our Redux DevTools, we would see stuff like this being dispatched. So yeah, that is making the side nav there. Obviously, we're going to do some changes as far as styling goes. But yeah, that'll be here in a second. So what we want to do is we're probably going to want to get some sort of cursor for when we hover these, that our cursor will change. Let's actually do reference. Let's do this hover, and then we'll do cursor pointer, and then let's change our background color to something slightly more than this, right? So we'll like put that in there, but then we need to go back to our color shade picker here, and let's get like a darker shade of sorts. I think we do that selection. Let's do this one. Okay. So let's toss 5e, 5e, 5e in there, and then I'll see what we get with that. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good, honestly. So now you should, once you hover those, you should be greeted with some like hover colors, which I have on mine as well. So yeah. Let's go ahead. We could also do a little bit different stuff if we wanted to for these, if we want to make it look nicer. Obviously it's kind of up to you guys on what you want to do. If you do want to see me revisit like the side nav styling in the next like video, let me know. We're gonna do a couple other things here in this video as well before we actually skip out, or until we finish the video. So let's go ahead and create a main page .less file. Let's do .main tag page. Obviously we need to add the styling for height and width. Let's do height 100%. Width being 100%. And then we want to display flex this. And do a flex direction of row, because we need to be able to have like a right and left content. Import slash page slash in page.ls, and then let's wrap this in a div with a class name of main-page. All right, there we go. And now we should have our main page styles on there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and go back to our Electron app here. All right, and if we were to open DevTools here and go to our elements, we should see our page here. We have our main page and we have our side nav. So yeah, also when you hover these, they should have a hover effect. And then when you click them, they would go to different pages. Let's also, while we're at it, do the main page portion. So let's do constant current page equals use selector, get current page, and let's go ahead and create a function, constant render page content equals this. And then what we can do is a switch statement around current page. And then we can do case pages dot, obviously I have to import pages, pages dot or home. And let's just return a P with home event. Do another case, pages dot animations, And then we can just do this, change this to animation content. Let's just copy paste this down. Of course, don't know why you would do that, but or why VS Code did that, but there you go. And then components. The only one you don't have to worry about is login, because obviously the login page is handled somewhere else. And let's just do div last name page dash content, and then we can do render page content there. Okay. So now if we go back into our Electron app, we should see some other changes. All right, so yeah, now as we click these, we should see that changing. We have home, animation, components. So now we're rendering content based on what our current page value is. So yeah. So we can go ahead and close that. And that is going to do it for this video. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys want to comment below, let me know what you guys want to see. I also am going to be leaving my Discord in the description below. Go ahead and join there. There is a channel specifically for this series for you guys to ask questions, stuff like that. So if you guys want to stay tuned and be able to get like more personalized help, go ahead, join the Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.